Hello, thanks so much. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. So, like I said, we will be going live on YouTube and I will be picking some questions from here. But don't worry, drop them. Mena, you are welcome. And as we proceed, I will be answering your questions if you have them. You tested me and I've answered. All right. If you text me and you are saying you have tested me, whatever we discuss, I am going to say it here. Okay. What you have tested me, I have responded. If you want me to talk about it here, I don't have any problem. I can say it here. Should I go ahead? All right. All right, guys. It is now 4 minutes to 8 p.m. in Japan. Good evening from Japan, wherever you are watching from. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. The time is almost 8 p.m. in Japan. You are most welcome to this live stream on Adventures of Japan. And in tonight's live, I am going to be enlightening you about the fact that we Africans, we are unique in a different way. And so when you are coming here, because this place is a different society, the culture is different, you need to tune your mind into how to live here successfully. Otherwise, you're going to be experiencing certain things that happen to people. Remember, I made a video here about the fact that I was having a live stream and someone joined and was claiming that he has been here for 20 years. And when we questioned, and you could realize that the person was full of frustration. Every story I share here are of value because I share personal experience coupled with live experience from others. And that is what makes you, my fellow viewers or my cherished viewers, very opportune to have all this information so that we can all keep learning from others' situations to prepare ourselves. In my language, we say, or we have an adage which says that if you see your friend's beer burning, you should fetch water and put near yours so that in case, just in case something happened, you should just quench your fire very quickly, right? And so that is why I'm bringing all this information to your doorsteps so that you'll be informed and know what to do at what time. And so if you are new here, you are very welcome to this live stream. You are welcome to this channel. This is Adventures of Japan. And what we do here mostly is to encourage and to empower people to just take up the opportunity to come to Japan to teach English. And we keep saying that being a teacher in Japan, it's not the fact that you will have been teaching long ago in your country or you just started teaching or whatever. Even if you don't have a teaching experience formally, but you have been doing certain things in form of taking care of your kid sister, taking care of your family friends, or whatever. It's also part of teaching. So it all depends on how you package yourself. The packaging is what matters most. And I have made detailed video about how to package yourself on my very channel here. And so if you are here and you are somebody who wants to explore your careers of teaching in Japan, then you are welcome. This is where you need to be. All you need is first have a bachelor and two, be or undergo education for 12 years where education was used, English was used as a medium of instruction. What that means is that you have studied from elementary school or primary school. If you call it primary school, that's fine. For 6 years. Then you proceed to junior high school for 3 years, making it 9. Then you proceed to senior high school for another 3 years, making it 12. So if your country you speak English from elementary school till senior high school, you have qualified or you have crossed these 12 years of language, which is English use mark, and you have qualified from that aspect. And the other things you need apart from the language qualification and the bachelor are probably teaching English to foreigners, like certificate to prove that you are qualified to teach English to foreigners. Some of such certificates are one, TEFL, which stands for teaching English to teaching English as a foreign language. TESOL, which stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. Once you have any of these certificates, you have advanced your chances ahead of others who might not have it. And that is why I keep encouraging people that TEFL is not a requirement to apply for teaching jobs in Japan. However, once you have it, it's a plus. It's going to boost your chances. And we have platforms that you can use to write it for free. Yes, for free. You don't need to pay anything to anybody. So we have Teacher Record. That's one, Teacher Record. You can apply for TEFL certificate through Teacher Record, and it's acceptable here in Japan. Okay. Another thing is, if you have a driver's license in your country, you can also put yourself ahead of others, because companies like Altia Central, they are very, very concerned about people who can drive, because they mostly prefer people who can drive. Yeah, that's the fact. However, the international driving permits from Ghana and Nigeria as of now are not eligible to be used in Japan. That's unfortunate, but that's a fact. But if you have a license, your normal license from your country, you can easily convert it into Japanese driver's license. And so it is advisable to have your license before entering Japan. And there's another thing. You need to have it for it to be more than 3 months old before you enter Japan. Otherwise, you cannot convert it. So it is very important, if you want to get it earlier, 3 months or above, before you can enter Japan successfully and use it. Otherwise, you can't convert it. Let's also take notice of this, because it's very important. It can be confusing. Not just having the license, the date of issue matters a lot. All right. Okay. So with that said, now we know what ALT jobs require. Bachelor, English, 12 years of English. If you have TEFL, you have driver's license. That is it. And what are some of the companies? How do you apply? Good. I've made videos about different companies. I've made videos about 4 companies on this very channel. Number one, Borderlink. I mentioned them first because they brought me successfully. So I need to talk about them. Borderlink. Number 2, Interact. Number 3, Altia Central. Number 4, Heart Corporation. And number 5, Joy Talk. All these companies are able to bring anybody who qualifies with the qualifications I mentioned earlier. If you meet any of these qualifications, these companies are willing to bring you to Japan free of charge, no money involved. You are not paying any dime to anybody, not even 1 yen, not even 1 cedi, not even $1 to anybody. Good. However, with Interact, if you are a fellow Ghanaian, you are living in Ghana, unfortunately, you cannot apply for this Interact position because they say they are not licensed to recruit people who are living in Ghana. However, it doesn't mean they don't recruit Ghanaians. If you are a Ghanaian living in a different country, let's say Dubai, let's say Vietnam, let's even say in Nigeria, let's say South Africa, once you are residing there in these countries, they are able to recruit you successfully. I know many Ghanaians who came with Interact, most of them were in Vietnam. So the fact that they don't recruit from Ghana, it doesn't mean they don't recruit Ghanaians. So that is one distinction we should get clearer. All right. And yesterday, I also got to know that our dear people from Malawi are also in the same soup. So if you are residing in Malawi, Interact says they cannot recruit you from Malawi. So this is an update for everyone. Once you are planning to come to Japan as an ALT, these are some of the things you need to know in order to put yourself forward above others. And one thing is, normally the application seasons begin from May till the end of the year, mostly. However, this year, Borderlink has said categorically that they are beginning their application from April, which means this month. And actually, they have started. There are some people who have started applying and they've been invited to interviews. Yes, so Borderlink has actually started recruiting, the recruitment process. So if you are somebody who is qualified, then this is the time to keep trying. And I made so many tips in my ebook about how to go about it. If you try, you have to try, use some methods and try and get to the interview session, because that's the most important thing. They are using automation system to select people when you apply. If you don't get to even the interview stage, you might not know what it takes to even go through the interview. You might not know how everything goes. So you need to push yourself in order to at least get to the interview stage. Even, let's say, unfortunately, after the interview, they even say, sorry, we cannot proceed with you this time. It's okay. It's not a failure. It's never a failure. And I keep saying, somebody like me, I went through the first interview. I mean, the first time I went through it, I received the same email. We cannot proceed with you. Unfortunately, we need to consider another people, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the fact is, I wasn't selected the first time, but it didn't scare me. It didn't demoralize me. It didn't demotivated me. I rather gathered the confidence again and I reapplied the following year. And I had it. Had I not had the confidence to reapply again, I don't think I can be here to be telling you all these tips. And so my motto is don't give up. That is why I call myself Mr. Don't Give Up. It doesn't mean I am superhuman, but sometimes just reminding myself that I call myself Mr. Don't Give Up keeps me going. It helps me not to give up on anything, right? So please don't give up on your dreams. You can make it. You don't have to be a teacher in your country. You just have to repackage yourself. All right? Okay. And I keep saying that we have different people all around, different learners. People are tactile learners. If you are a teacher, you might know what I'm saying. But if you are not a teacher, you might not probably understand these terms. We have tactile learners, we have auditory learners, we have visual learners. Okay? So if you are a tactile learner, those people are the people who like to touch things before they can actually feel that they are learning, before they can actually remember what they have learned. Those are the tactile learners. And that is why in a class, you know that sometimes when you are teaching, you ask questions, you tell people, you tell your student, but you ask questions, most of them might not remember. But once you ask them to do something relating to what you have said, even if you ask the question, they will be the one to answer you because they have actually touched, they have actually done something. So they remember. Those are the tactile learners. We have the auditory learners who are the ones that once you have said something and they have listened to you, they have heard your voice, that is enough. They can close their eyes. All they need is to hear your voice. Once you have said something, they have heard it, it sticks into their mind. Okay. And we have the visual learners. The visual learners are the ones, even if you say many things, they have to be looking at you, watching your mouth, looking at you into details before they can remember whatever you have said. And those are the kids normally who prefers to sit at the front. You understand? So if you are such a person, and you are such a person who likes reading, you understand? Then I have come up with the ebook which contains details about everything you need to know concerning this ALT journey. And you can find the link in the description of this video on YouTube, and you can find the link in my bio on TikTok. Okay? And I wish you all the best because it will definitely guide you. You watch it, you know what to, you read it, you know what video to watch, you see the sample CV, and you are good to go. So I encourage you to grab a copy. All right, without much said, let's first answer some questions on TikTok and we will proceed. If you are new here, kindly tap on your screen. Leo, thank you for the follow. Leo, can you speak Japanese just a little? I can speak a little. Are you a Japanese, please? I admire you for your honor. Oh, thank you, Abbas. Abbas, thank you for your admiration. Thank you so much. Angel applied. Thank you. Ah, Abbas, nice shit. Ah, how do you apply these teaching jobs? Third off, you apply to the companies through their website. Yes, through their website. I've mentioned the names of some of the companies, right? So you just get to their website or head to my YouTube and watch the videos how to apply to them. And You get it. You get it. Just have the hope. You can do it. Okay. Arigato mena. Arigato ne. Arigato. And I am student. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tapping on your screens, everyone. Now, let's get to today's detail. Yes, I mentioned the fact that we Africans, we are unique in a particular way, right? And I'm going to explain why I said so. And for tonight's live, I have titled it, Japan Can Break You If You Are Not Ready. Yes, that is why I've been here. I am trying to put out every information just to make you ready for this job. Okay? Just be ready for this journey because Japan can break you if you are not ready. And how is it going to break you? That is what we're going to dive into. So, this is a warning, a subtle warning to every African who is hearing me now because we need to hear this. Okay? A warning every African needs to hear before they land in Japan. Good. So, like I said, on Monday, I was having a TikTok live and something happened. A lady who has been here, has been doing everything because she became a Japanese citizen. Before you can become a Japanese citizen, coming from Africa, it means you might have done a lot, right? So which means she did everything right. Good. She's from Kenyan originally. She's a Kenyan. And she's been here for 30 years and over, according to her. All right. I know some people were here that day, so they might know what I'm saying. And her status is now okay, Japanese. She has kids. She says she has kids who are also Japanese. And yet, she came on my TikTok live very angry, hurting, and in pain. Wow. She was really, really angry, started talking nicely, and then flared up. Why? What happened? It's because of what I'm going to say. So I would like you to prepare your mind so that you don't fall into this category of behavior because it's depressing. It is very, very worrying if you are not prepared mentally. Okay? Aha. Okay. So our conclusion, those of us who were on the live stream that day, we have concluded that yes, this lady is actually depressed. Because without depression, no human being could have just started talking nicely and just start attacking people who you don't even know. That was the first time you came onto somebody's life and you start attacking. No, it's out of depression, frustration. So please listen to this carefully and plan. Don't fall into these traps. Okay? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to put out data, relevant data, which are verifiable. I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video so that you can click and read for yourself from reliable sources here in Japan. Okay? Yeah. So numbers don't lie, right? Numbers don't lie. So foreigners in Japan and mental health. So I'm going to talk about that. Foreigners in Japan and mental health. So you take care of yourself so that you don't fall into these categories of people. It could be depressing if you're not ready. All right. So 40% of immigrants in Japan show elevated depression or anxiety symptoms. Okay. The study of Kawaguchi City 2024. Yeah. A study of a city shows that foreigners, 40% of immigrants in Japan, not only Africans, foreigners, immigrants in Japan show elevated depression or anxiety symptoms. Okay. All right. And 39% of Japan's population reports experiencing loneliness. Japan could be lonely. Japan could be very, very lonely if you are not ready, you are not prepared. And I'm going to give you all the insights that will make you overcome this. You will not feel lonely if you know about all the tricks I'm going to talk about. Okay? Yeah, so I take it again. 39% of Japan's population reports experiencing loneliness. That's 2024 government data. Japanese government data. So this is from the Japan Cabinet Office. All right. You can find all these details in the description of this video. Okay. Next, 86% never sought help or didn't know mental health resources existed. Ah. Okay. The 40% of immigrants who are who have elevated depression, out of that, 86% of them never reported or sought help because they didn't know that the resources existed. Okay. Yeah. So now that we are knowing, if you have anything of such nature, even if you are already in Japan, now you are aware that yes, you can seek help because that lady who came actually needed help. She actually need help. Yes. Okay. Next, 60% of working age men in their 30s in Japan report regular loneliness. Ah, yeah, guys. You see the problem of being a man, right? Yes, 60% of working age men in their 30s in Japan reports regular loneliness. This is from Japan Government Survey 2024. Yes. So I'm just putting out the figures and I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video so that you can watch it, but click and read details by yourself so that you understand what I am talking about. Japan could be very, very depressing if you are not ready, if you don't know how to go about things. So please, as I keep preaching, come to Japan through the teaching path or school path. Once you come here, I need to be telling you how you can maneuver your ways to avoid all these things. So please, don't be worried that you talk about ALT life. Why are you talking about this? No, these are all part of it. Because if I don't tell you, you might fall into this and I wouldn't be happy. Okay, so please, if you're already in Japan or you plan to come to Japan, this video is very important for you because it's going to prepare you to learn Japan and go about everything smoothly so that you will not fall into this trap. Okay, let's continue. Why Africans are especially vulnerable? Why we Africans are especially vulnerable? Because we are one, whether you are from Kenya, you are from Ghana, you are from South Africa, you are from Togo, Benin, wherever. Africa is one. We have so many similarities. We have so many things in common, right? So if one person from Africa is vulnerable, all of us are vulnerable. And I'm going to tell you why. So we come from cultures built on community. Yes or no? Yes, we Africans, we come from cultures built on community. Somebody, your friend something is yours. Your something is somebody's something also. The last time I was on live with somebody, some other creator on TikTok, and we had a foreigner who joined us. That person is not from Africa. So we were saying that in Africa, if, for example, I have wife and my friend sees my wife, my friend can call my wife our wife. And the person was like, why would you call my wife our wife? We tried to explain, but we realized that the more we try to explain, the more we rather try to make him not to understand. So we just had to leave it. We told him it's a cultural something. He would never understand. That is how we were built. Our community, or we were built in community. We are together, one for all for one. Ubuntu, right? That is our nature. And so in Africa, a community is oxygen. You grieve together, you celebrate together. Someone always checks on you. Silence is not the norm. Very good. That is us. Yes. Our community is what we breathe. All right. When somebody has, when somebody's person is grieving, we all grieve together. When somebody gives birth, we all go and celebrate. When somebody is married, we all go together to celebrate. Isn't it? Yes, that is how we are. Yes, But in Japan, let's see what Japan looks like. Japan is silent and is Japan in Japan, silence is virtue. Once you are silent, you are respected. Oh, you understand our culture. So if you are from somewhere like that, that you are outgoing type, but you come to Japan, you need to be very quiet. You can feel depressed if you are not mentally, if you are not, if you haven't psyched yourself mentally, it can be very depressing. When I came to Japan, first, I had to go to a police station and sleep overnight. Why? Because I came from a country where we play music, we do everything. Once it is your own room, you do everything. I was playing music in my own room, but my neighbor says I am disturbing him. I didn't get it. When I'm making calls in my room, my neighbor says I'm disturbing. I did not understand why I should be in my own room and cannot make my own phone calls. So one day, he started hitting my door. I don't know what he was using to hit my door. So I had to call my company for my company to call police. And when the police came, he told the police, because that time in my very first few months in Japan, not even 6 months, few months, he told the police, I do make calls a lot in my room. I've been disturbing him. I was like, hey, how? So that day I had to follow the police to sleep overnight. I told them I cannot sleep in my room because I don't know what will happen in the night. So that is the difference. You know, in Africa, once you are in your room doing whatever, you can shout, do whatever. No one cares, right? But that is not the issue here in Japan. So you need to be aware of these things. Otherwise, it might feel so depressing and frustrating. All right? Okay, let's keep going. In Japan, emotional restraint expected. Yes, even if you are happy, you don't have to just start jumping. Keep it to yourself, and that is how that is how it will feel depressed. Okay, nobody asks how you are doing. This is very common here. Back in Africa, when you go to a shop, you can start conversing with the shopkeeper, or how are you? How is your family doing, without even knowing the person. That is normal. It is not the same here in Japan. All right. I remember I joined a camp one time, online camp, and we had this live video conference from Australia. Then the video tour guide was saying that he married a Japanese. So they live in Australia. Now that the Japanese has been living in Australia, she has learned new culture. And now when she visits Japan, she now forget that she's in Japan. She start acting like the Australian type, the Australian feel free, ask questions. She said she went to a shop to buy something, groceries. She started conversing with the grocery attendant and they were shocked that it's not normal in Japan. Japanese culture is not built like that. So you should understand that once you are coming to Japan, especially if you are coming from my beautiful Africa, please psych your mind. Okay, let's keep going. So in Japan, mental health is equal to taboo topic. Yes, you don't talk about it. It's a taboo topic. So foreigners feel invisible in Japan. So please, these things are very different. Africa, Japan, we are totally different. Yeah. So when you are coming here, what do you do in order to overcome all these things? I advise people, once you are preparing your mind to come to Japan, it doesn't matter which country you are from. You can just go on apps like Facebook. Go to Facebook, type foreigners in Japan. You're going to see a lot of groups. If you can type your own country, Ghanaians in Japan, Nigerians in Japan, whatever country you are from, you are going to get a lot of groups and you join them. Once you join them, you are going to be making friends. It depends on your motives as well, because there are a lot of people in each group, you know. So your motive should tell you how you should go about those friends. And if you come to Japan, those are the people you have to keep contact with and to make you not feel lonely. That is what you should do. Because if you don't do that, trust me, you are going to feel extremely lonely in Japan. It is real. That was the reason, that could be the reason somebody could be here over 30 years and join someone and just start attacking the person for no reason. All right. But maybe I should give you details of what actually happened. I've been talking about how people should come to Japan as an English teacher, right? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I get questions from friends, from other people who say they are not teachers, they don't have bachelor, they are skilled workers. For example, somebody says, I'm a forklift driver, I'm a driver, I'm a construction worker, I'm looking for nurses or caregiving opportunities. So I have been thinking, how can I assist them? But I know that Japan is not an English speaking country. And all those jobs, they require language certificate, Japanese language ability. And I keep telling them, they ask, how, where do I learn the language? Finally, I have found someone who has a language school, which I invited to explain how things are done because she successfully brought someone through a skilled worker visa, which is known as specified skilled worker. That is a visa which is designated for people who are skilled workers, the drivers, the forklift drivers, the nurses, the construction workers, everything else apart from teaching. That is the blue collar jobs. That is a visa designated for them. I think they started that visa in 2023. Okay, so she came and was explaining how they could join her language school. She even advised that it is not a must to join her language school. You can self study. You can self study. You can use YouTube. You can use Duolingo. You can use anything that is at your disposal for you to learn the language successfully. The goal is to learn the language. But if you want to enroll in her school, these are things you need to do. This is what you need to prepare. She just explained. We spoke more than 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then we decided to pick up people to ask her direct questions. Then somebody asked questions. The second person was the lady who started the attack. She just started, do we want to go to jail in Japan? Why are we lying to people? We are thieves. There's nothing like that in Japan. She has been in Japan for 30 years. And I was actually shocked that somebody could just come and say we are thieves and was saying the lady is my girlfriend. How? That could only happen because of depression. That is only happening because of depression. And so I am giving all these tips for you not to fall into that category. You understand? Yeah, so please, guys, pay attention to this. Japan could break you if you are not that prepared mentally. It's really serious. When I was alone, I know what went on. That is why I'm saying it. It's really serious, guys. Take it from me. It's really serious. Okay? All right. Now let's see if we have some questions here before we keep going. Okay. All right. Hello. I can't mention your name. I don't know. Use some. Good afternoon, Clara. Good afternoon, Clara. You are welcome. Please, I'm a qualified teacher. How can I have teaching job in Japan? You can have teaching job by applying. Mike, yes, please. That's what I'm talking about. You apply to the companies. Borderlink, Interact, Altia Central. Yes, that's what I keep talking about. Okay. Kindly tap on your screens. Tap on your screens, Mike. Tap on your screens. All right. Yes, thank you so much, Clara. All right, let's continue. So, the straps that pull Africans under in Japan, okay? As the straps that pull us under in Japan. Number one, don't fall into this. Yes, don't fall into this. I'm going to talk about five things that you shouldn't fall into. Number one, you came alone and stayed alone. No community on arrival, none built later. That's what I'm saying. Once you plan to come to Japan, these days there's nothing like secret. I want to just go to Japan secretly, secret. There's nothing like that. It doesn't work like that. You are hurting yourself. You are doing yourself. Please open up. Go on Facebook. You will get so many things, so many important things, people there to assist you. Okay. Can we ask questions? Yes, please drop your questions. Drop your questions. I'll be checking on them. I've been talking about Japan. Then boom, you pop up. Really? Okay. How can I travel there? I want to school there. Yes, if you want to school, yes, you can come as a student. That's perfect. You just look for the schools online and apply. Okay? It is possible. I will pick up people just in a few minutes. So if you can hold on a bit, I would get back here. But you can keep dropping the questions. Thank you. Yeah, so back to my point that you come alone and you stayed alone, no community or arrival on arrival, and none built later. No, that is wrong. Personally, I have a very close friend who went to the United States. Yeah, he went to the United States and he was supposed to be returned to Ghana. Can you imagine someone just traveled to United States and was being arranged to be sent back to Ghana? Huh? It was Facebook that saved him. Facebook, huh? Facebook saved him. He is now in the United States for over a few years now. He's now in the United States. So never undermine the community built on Facebook. All right? Never undermine the community built on Facebook. So once you are coming to Japan, just go on Facebook, type so and so in Ghana, sorry, in Japan. If you are interested in only your country, type it so and so country in Ghana. If you are interested in the whole of Africa, just type Africans in Japan. You're going to get it. All right. Then you join, you start asking questions, and you're going to make it. You'll be okay. Number two, the language wall became a prison. Aha. Survival plus living. Survival versus living. Connection needs language. Yes, in Japan, they are not English speaking people. And so you need to at least make an effort. Make an effort. That is the reason for even if the ALTs don't require you to have a higher level of language ability, for your own good, you need to study the language. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. All right. It helps a lot. Okay, that's point number two, which you should try not to fall into. Learn the language. There are so many language learning centers in every city. Some of the cities offer the language learning for free. Some of them take tokens. For example, 1,000 yen. Some cities, I've lived in a city before that you pay 1,000 yen. I've lived where you go for free. So I've experienced it too. All right. So number three, comparing your chapter one to others. That is, you are not failing. You are just earlier in the journey. Okay. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. Just be you. Be you. Just take these steps. Don't feel lonely because the loneliness will bring the depression. Try not to feel lonely. It doesn't mean you should associate with people who are not in line with your instinct. No, that's not what I'm saying. You will have everything you need. People who align with your thinking, you will find them. People who don't align with your thinking, you will find them. So the choice is yours to make. You know how to go about it and be okay. All right. Good. Number four, you stopped calling home. That one, I don't think we can do it. Most of us will not do it. But well, you have to stay connected. You have to be connected with your root or to your roots. Okay. Those calls are mental health maintenance. Yes. You need to be calling, not, well, it depends on your background. Nobody can advise you to do something against your wish, but I'm just putting out something that could be very important, which could save you. Okay, so you don't just cut. No, you know what to do. Okay, the last one. Okay, no one who understood both worries. No one who understood both worlds. Yeah. And under that, I have You needed community that gets Africa and Japan. Yes. When I was living at a place for 1 year, I never met any African in my community. I traveled to Tokyo to meet, have fun with friends, but where I was living, I have never met any African community. It was because probably I didn't know how to go about it. And that is why I am now putting it out that before you come, you know what to do, so that you will not fall into my category of people who don't know what to do. When I moved from my first city, the first African community I used to join are the Cameroonians. And anytime I join their association, I feel so welcome. I feel like I'm in Africa, I'm home, because the drumming, the dancing, it made me remember, yes, this is who I am. So we are one. That's why I keep saying we are Africa, we are one. Sometimes their drummings, I feel like, is this Cameroon or is this Nigeria? Because they are dressing, their hats, their drumming style, the songs. Guys, we are one. We are Africa. We are really one. Okay. Yeah, just that we have different languages spoken, but actually our behavior, our things, we are one. All right. So these are the 5 steps you should not fall into. Once you do this, you are going to be okay in Japan. You will not fall into the trap of being depressed or being lonely. No, you are going to be good. All right. Okay. So now, how you protect yourself. The 6 things to do before and after you land. Okay. How to protect yourself. The 6 things you do before and after you land. All right. Number 1, build community before you arrive. I talked about it. Join Facebook. Facebook is very important. Okay, because you have so many groups there. Now I think, I don't know, TikTok doesn't have groups, but you can get people who are also in Japan on TikTok as well. But Facebook group, don't undermine it. Number 2, give yourself permission to struggle. The first year is adjustment, not failure. Yes. So the point is, just try. Try. Even if you try and you fail, it's better than not trying. And I keep saying, failure to try is trying to fail. So just give yourself permission to struggle. Okay. Number 3, find African community in Japan. Yes, Nigerians, Kenyans, Ghanaians are there. We are all here. Malawians, Zimbabweans, we are all here. So just find. Once you find, once you look for it, you will find. He who searches finds. Okay. Number 4, learn Japanese. This is non-negotiable. Learn it. Not just for the visa, but for belonging. Yes, for belonging. Me, I shared my experience that I had an old man who handpicked me and put me into their group, and I became a family. It was so amazing. And when I was leaving that city, the party they had for me, it's not about the party, but the mentality, the idea behind that, oh, our member is leaving us, let's do something for him and the family. My family was invited, and it was an amazing experience. So you need to build a community in Japan. Okay. Get the roadmap. Yeah, that is the ebook. You need this. You need to get this roadmap because it has detailed information that could help you. Okay. The last one is, if you are struggling, reach out to Tell Japan. That's English Mental Health Line. Okay. These are the things you will do. These 6 things would help you to protect yourself from falling into the trap of loneliness leading to frustration or depression. Okay. All right. So yeah, Japan is still the dream, but go in with your eyes open. Okay. Go in with your eyes open. Yeah. Come here with eyes open. How do you open your eyes? This is what I've been telling you. Do this, go to Facebook, search this, search that. That is the eye opening. Once you do that, it means you are not closing your eyes entering Japan. You are opening your eyes before coming to Japan. Okay. Build your anchor before you sail. No one in this community goes through Japan alone. If you want to go through alone, my brother, my sister, well, if you think you are an introvert, well, maybe then Japan might not feel lonely for you because probably that is your nature. That's fine. But if you're somebody who is the outgoing type, then please take all these tips I'm giving you serious, because I believe once you keep trying the teaching job, you would get it. Okay, don't focus on just one company. Apply to all the companies. One of them might pick you. And once you are here, you already have the tips at your fingertip. So you don't have a problem. This is why Adventures of Japan has been here to support your dream all the way through to Japan. All right. So if you are new here and you like all these things, if these things make sense to you, if you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that the next time we come live, you will be notified. And if you are watching from my lovely TikTok, don't forget to tap on your screen, follow the account, share this live so that most of us or more of us will keep learning from each other. All right. Okay. Yes, that has been a powerful one, I believe. And so if you are watching a replay, or not a replay yet, let's see if we have some questions on TikTok. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the likes. You guys are welcome. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. Thank you. I have I have Toby said I have BSc in English. Okay, you have BSc in English. Yes, that's good. Once you have a bachelor, you are more than qualified. I have a bachelor degree in logistics, and but I want caregiver job in Japan. Then is it Nanko Are? You need to learn the language. If you want a caregiving job, you need certificate in Japanese. Okay, you need certificate. How can I travel there? I want to school there. You need to apply for the schools first, please. Once you apply for the schools and you get admission, you are going to come. Okay, you will come safely. Safely. No stress. No stress. Stress free. All right. Okay. So if you are watching from YouTube, then if you are watching a replay, I will advise you watch this video so that you know how to join our WhatsApp group. It has details of how to apply to the companies as well. So make sure you watch it till the end, then you can get all these tips. All right. From YouTube, I'll say good night and I'll see you tomorrow for another interesting topic. Thank you for staying. Watch this video.